Welcome, my name's Nikki. We're going to start tonight on our back, and we're shifting into the season of Vata, where the winds start to kick up. Take a moment as you allow yourself to either lay down in conscious rest. You can do that with bending your knees, keeping your feet planted on the earth, or you can simply lay in Shavasana. Before you get too comfortable, I'm going to ask you to make sure that your strap is handy or nearby. And as you let yourself settle into your body, as you let whatever this week has been, whatever last night, or even the beginning of today, whatever that has been for you, feel free to keep the eyes closed. Let the tongue soften into the mouth. You might bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And just start to watch the rise and fall of your breath. We can begin to quiet our nervous system by taking the practice of mindfulness, which allows us to focus on one aspect. In this case, it might be focusing on the breath, or it might be focusing on a sound today. Giving the mind just one thing to focus on allows us to practice Dharana. If you have been already consumed this week with a barrage of to-dos, of multitasking, and giving your mind one thing helps to calm the nervous system. You might even start to hear the mantra Sa, the sound of pure light, on the inhalation. You might hear hum, distribution of that intelligence, feeling your joints spacious. Start to notice if the rise and fall of your breath has shifted at all. Just taking a moment here to acknowledge that you've made it to your practice. You've made it to your mat. You've made it to a space where you can recalibrate and balance today. We're still in new moon energy. That was on Monday. As we start to shift into a new beginning, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. What is it that you deeply desire? What is it that is residing in the back gate of your heart that you can bring forward into your practice in this moment? Just offer it up as a prayer. And staying very intimate, keeping the eyes closed. Draw your feet underneath your knees. Feel free to keep the eyes closed. And walk your feet as wide as your mat. And let your knees fall over to the right side. Just a little windshield wiper here. If you've been traveling or have been quite busy this week, the hips and the low back can get very tight. So without over-efforting, scanning the left side of your body, see if you can draw light, radiance, magnetism to the outer left hip, left lower back. And take a smooth breath here to inhale, and on your exhalation, draw your feet back to the earth, no rush at all. Knees slightly in towards each other, and let your knees windshield wiper over to the left side. Feel free to keep the eyes closed and keep the arms into a soft cactus. Notice if this side might be a little bit more expansive, a little bit more open, or a little bit more restricted. Where can you soften here? Take a smooth breath to inhale as you stretch the area between top of the hip and the bottom rib, and on your exhalation, let your feet come back to center, no rush at all. Walk your feet underneath your knees and draw your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers on top of your right shin bone and circle the ankle a few times in one direction, a few times in the opposite direction. You might notice some excess vata, some snaps, some crackles, some pops already happening. Tends to happen with the shift of the temperatures, change of seasons. Go ahead and extend your left leg in front of you, and we'll take a Konasana, wind expeller. Lift your head, your chest, your neck off of the earth. Maintain space here for an apple. You might float the hands alongside your hips. If you feel inclined, you might take that left leg straight up. See if you can close the eyes. And see if you can come back to that visual of a laser beam moving from the top of the crown all the way down the spine to right in front of the sacrum. Take one more smooth breath here, listening for sa on the inhalation. Listen for hum on the exhalation as you float left leg down. Lower your chest and shoulders. Find your strap and loop it around the ball of your right foot. Give yourself enough room here so the arm bones fall into the earth, and extend that right leg just about 70%. Not going to your full range here. And then pause. Where can you soften? Where can you give yourself the tools that you need without over-efforting, but yet still finding your edge? And notice what's happening in the right leg. Back of the hamstring, back of the knee. Notice if you're gripping with the hands or gripping with the jaw. And see if you can soften here. Just focusing on one thing. Sa, the sound of pure intelligence. Radiance moving from the top of your crown. Hum, feeling it charge and transform to every cell of your body. Take both ends of the strap now into the right hand. Open up your right leg, just about 10%. Left hand on top of that left hip. And then pause here. Notice the sensation running on the inner right thigh. Can you keep that left leg active without over-efforting, without forcing? Take both ends of the strap now into the left hand. Cross the right leg over the midline of the body, just about 10%. Right thumb inside right hip crease. Draw that right hip bone down. Again, feel that line of energy tethering you, grounding you. Where can you find spaciousness in your body in this shape? Take a smooth breath to inhale here, and on your exhalation, slowly draw that right leg back to center. We'll release the strap today, and we'll cut the left knee behind the right. We'll take bull seat on our backs. So holding onto your shin bones or holding onto the outer parts of the feet, go ahead and draw the heels away from the outer hips. And notice the sensation here. Our hips and our low back can get very tight, especially with the seasonal change. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. Feel your tailbone lengthening down and your crown moving away from your hips. So a little traction here on the back. And then slowly uncross the legs. Take a moment here as you plant your feet. We'll take a recovery pose here in bridge pose. Fingertips point up, triceps point down, lift your hips. You might stay there. You might roll the shoulder blades in, work the shoulders in. And then scan the body here. Where can you soften? Lift your heels, roll down one vertebrae at a time, take your time. And on your next inhalation, draw your left knee into your chest, circling the ankle a few times in one direction, a few times the opposite direction. Extend that right leg. Peel the toes back, and we'll take Ekapada one more time. Lift your head, your neck, your chest off of the earth. Slide the hands alongside your hips. Maybe lift that right leg up. Close the eyes here. Where can you feel that line of energy without hardening? Just observe. Notice if you're gripping, if you're forcing, or if you want to come out of the pose, that's also part of the practice. And take one more smooth breath here to inhale. Exhale, lower that right leg down, lower the shoulders. Find your strap, and this time loop it around the ball of your left foot. Arm bones into the earth. Press that left leg high. Take a moment here as you soften into the pose and give yourself enough strap that the elbows are supported on the ground. And then close the eyes. Simply observe what's happening on this side. Dharana, one point focus. Direct light to anywhere that you might be feeling sensation here. Might be the back of the knee, might be the hamstring or the calf, might even be the shoulders. Let's open up that left inner groin by taking the strap, both ends, into the left hand. Draw that left leg open to the left side, right hand on top of the right hip. Anchor the right hip down. And then notice here, is this side a little bit more fluid, a little bit more expansive? Or is this the side that needs a little bit more compassion? Take a smooth breath here to inhale. Gently on your exhalation, both ends of the strap over to the right hand. Cross it over to the right side. Left thumb inside left hip crease. Anchor that left hip down. Pause here. You might feel sensation running on the outer part of the leg, the IT band, the longest muscle in the lower body. And then where can you practice love without forcing, without gripping, without over-efforting? Slowly draw that left leg back to center. Release the strap. And we'll cut the right knee this time behind the left knee. Almost as if you're making yourself a little pretzel. Cross at the back of the knees, hold onto the shin bones, and draw the thighs in towards your chest. If you can, you might reach yogic toe lock, peace sign fingers, and keep moving the heels away from your buttocks. And then visualize here your tailbone lengthening down and the top of your crown moving back. And notice the sensation that's opening up. You don't have to rush, you don't have to force anything. Just become the observer. Slowly uncross the legs, and we'll take bridge pose as a recovery pose one more time. Feet under the knees, triceps down to the earth, fingertips point up. Lift the hips. If you feel inclined, you can roll the shoulder blades back, interlace the fingers, and feel the breath. Notice any shifts that might have happened from the last time you took this pose. We always have the ability to begin again, to observe something new in the shapes that we take and what arises from them. Lift the heels, release the hands, and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. We'll draw the knees into the chest and give yourself a little traction here if it feels good for your spine. You might rock and roll forward and back or roll over to one side. Let's come up onto hands and knees, arranging the blocks in front of you. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Feel free to keep the eyes closed as you broaden across the chest. Inhale, Sa. Exhale, feel that line of energy moving down your spine. Hum, feeling it charge and transform to every cell. And breathing in, opening up to light, radiance, magnetism. Breathing out, feeling it charge and transform. Feel your joints become spacious. Take this a few more times on your own. Feel free to move the hips in circular ways if that feels good on Friday. You might even stick your tongue out of your mouth. We'll be doing a lot of that today, especially if you took my class on Wednesday in studio. A lot of fierce lion. Helps to dispel the excess vata. And then the next time you come to neutral spine, pause here for a moment. We'll reach that right arm straight up. We'll thread the needle today. Slide that right shoulder down to the earth, right ear to the mat, and backstroke your left hand to your sacrum. Roll your left shoulder on top of the right. And feel free to pause here. It is Friday, so I do like to give you some options. If you feel like taking a balance, you can stay here and extend that left heel. All 5 toes stay on the earth. Right shin bone presses down. If you feel inclined, you might take that left leg straight up. Again, this helps us to build that tapas, that internal heat, without forcing. If the left leg is extended, you'll lower the left leg down, lower the left knee. Left hand comes back to the mat, right arm reaches up. Smooth breath here, inhale. Exhale, hand comes back to the earth. We'll switch sides. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle here, left arm underneath right side armpit, left ear to the mat. Backstroke your right hand to your sacrum and roll that right shoulder on top of the left. And then pause. One side doesn't have to be exactly like the other. If you have any adjustments or anatomical things that you're working with, always honoring your body. If you feel inclined to try it on this side, you might extend the right toes. Press down on that left shin bone. Helps you to balance here. You might take that right leg straight up. Again, building that Dharana, that one-point focus. No one's thinking about their Con Ed bill or paying their rent right now, right? I'm sorry if I made you laugh in this balance. Lower that right knee down, lower the right leg. Right hand down to the earth, and take a smooth breath as you stretch that left arm up. Left hand back down to the earth. Walk your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders. And today, turn your fingers out to the side. So we're going to take a little bit of a wrist stretch here. So the fingers reach out to the side, might move a little bit here in one circle, one direction, and then do that the opposite way. Our wrists can get very tight. It takes a very long time to build wrist strength. Then flip your fingers to face the front, tuck your toes in with resistance, take your hips up and back. Ādha downward facing. Pedal your heels. Shake your head side to side. Maybe twirl the lips. Let's take that right leg straight up and back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that right foot in between your hands. Help it up. Lower your back knee down, and let's take a kneeling lunge here, Anjaneyasana, a little lift of the pelvic floor. Inhale. Let your exhalation draw the hands towards your blocks. Tuck your back toes. Lift your left knee. Pause here for a moment. I want you to feel that right hip move back, left hip move forward. Lift the hands, just a little test of balance, and then step that left leg to meet the right. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, generous bend over your thighs. Keep a bend in the knees here, Uttanasana. Stay here for a moment. Let's nod the head, yes. Release the back of the neck. Nod the head side to side. Might twirl the lips. And then sweep the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms down the midline of the body. Pause here and take up space inside yourself. Again, sweep the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, standing forward, fold Uttanasana. Use your full inhalation here. Hands to shins or hands to blocks. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And let's exhale, that right leg steps way back. Lower the back knee down. Little lift of your pelvic floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Use and ride the full breath here. You don't have to move to my call. Exhale, hands to blocks as you lift that right knee up. Can you make this fluid? Lift the hands, slightly hover and balance here, and then let both hands frame your leg. Step back down dog. And then pause here as you situate. Navigate. Lift the heels, lift the arches, wave through the spine, come through plank pose. Pause here. With resistance, with or without your knees, lower all the way down. One straight unit. Chaturanga Dandasana, belly all the way down. Let's lift the heart, baby cobra, eyes soft here. Shake the head side to side, no tension. Exhale, release. Movement is medicine for the body. Inhale, lift the heart. We never have to rush, don't have to force it. Just have to attune and observe to what your body is responding to. Exhale, release. You might stay with one of those options. You might slide the hands back a little bit. Move this into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha. Let your exhalation pull you back into downward facing dog, either moving through plank or coming through all fours. And take your time here. Organize the segments of your body. Take a smooth breath to inhale. Let's open up the mouth and sigh it out. And then let's take that left leg straight up and back. Inhale. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot in between the hands. Help it up. Lower the back knee down. Feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor. Inhale, stretch the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to blocks. Let that back knee lift up and feel a subtle lift here as you lift the hands without overarching, overextending. Right leg meets the left. Lengthen into flat back. Exhale, fold it forward. Pause again. This time we'll ragdoll. Hold on to the elbows. Rock yourself side to side. Switch the crossing of the arms and ragdoll your body the opposite way. You want to feel a little release of the low back here. Release the hands. Let your head be the last part to roll up. Take your time as you push down to rise up. Samastiti. And stand in the integrity of your posture, of your shape here. Then float the arms around and up. Listen for Sa, the sound of pure intelligence moving down your spine. Listen for Hum as you fold forward, feeling it charge through the sacrum. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, hands to shins or blocks. Step back on the left leg, kneeling lunge, Anjaneyasana. Situate, organize. Inhale, float the arms around and up. Feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor here. Exhale, hands to blocks. It's a moving prayer. You don't have to move according to my breath. Lift that back knee up and feel that line. It's steady. It's holding you, tethering you. Lift the hands. Exhale, we step back to down dog. The recipe is going to be different for each person. We're all going to move at a different pace. Lift the heels, wave through the spine, come through plank and pause here. Feel that resistance in the thighs. And with or without your knees, lower all the way down. Chaturanga, belly all the way down. Two-part cobra here. Lift the heart on your inhalation. Feel the back muscles fire up. Not harden, but fire up. Exhale, release. Let's do that again. Inhale. Feel free to keep the eyes closed as you lift the heart. Feel your erector spinae, the muscles alongside your spine. They hold you up. They keep you in your integrity. Exhale, release. You can stay with one of those two options or slide the hands back. Slide the heart forward. Lift the thighs, lift the knees. Upward facing. Exhale, down dog. One breath at a time here. Make a smooth breath here to inhale. Open up the mouth, sigh it out. And then let's take that right leg up again. Inhale, stretch the breath here. All 5 toes pressed down. Exhale, knee to nose as you round the spine, stack the shoulders. You can also do this as a modified version. I'll show that option. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, your left knee can come down to the mat. You can also stay here. Take that one more time. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, knee to nose. Stay here in your plank. Pause. Feel a little resistance as you protract. That means you slide the shoulder blades away from one another. Get a little higher here. And then step that right foot behind the right wrist. Left foot a little left of center and seal the outer edge. We're going to rise to warrior one. Take your time here. Pause here for a moment. Moving, soaring warrior. We're going to inhale, lengthen, lift the heart, bend the elbows, soft cactus. Exhale, soaring warrior, biceps long by the ears. This is the sweat part of sweat and samadhi. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, bend the elbows. Exhale, biceps long by your ears. Take this a few more times, and I encourage you to close the eyes. You don't have to move to anybody's rhythm. And sometimes when we're looking at the screen, or depending on who else is inhabiting our space, a partner, a roommate, a pet, we can get charged by someone else's energy. And I want you to remember that your practice is your self-care. It's your medicine. You don't have to move like anybody else. This is your time to really honor what's coming up for you. Next time you come 45 degrees over that right thigh, just the arms move. Feel the legs holding you up. You're going to inhale and bend the elbows by the ears. You're going to exhale, biceps are going to go long. Do that again, and then check in. Are you gripping? Are you hardening? Are you rushing? Where can you put your unique stamp, your fingertip, your fingerprint rather, on this? Take this one more. And then notice if you want to come out of the pose, right? Notice what the practice, what the feedback is in this moment. Biceps long by the ears, one smooth breath here. Exhale back to down dog. Lift your back heel and then pause. And listen carefully. You might stay in your down dog. You might need a rest, a child's pose. You might want to flow and come through plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Stay with one of the cobras or baby cobras. What is speaking to you? Again, the practice is not cookie cutter. It's not one size fits all. But it's medicine for your soul, for your body, for your mind. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. And open up your mouth and sigh that breath out wherever you are. Let me take the left leg straight up and back. Inhale, all 5 toes like you're pressing down. Exhale, knee to nose. Tap that third eye point. Do this 2 more times. Feel free to take the modified version. I can show that again. Right knee is down. Inhale, extending that left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. You can also do this with half 3-legged dog, half modified. Step that left foot behind the left wrist. Right foot a little right of center and seal the outer edge. And then let's rise to warrior 1. And then pause here, organize the body. Feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor. Feel that line of energy tethering you. And then we move softly. Inhale, face looks up, broaden across the chest. Exhale, biceps long by the ear, soaring warrior. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, biceps long. Where can you take this a few times more on your own? I want to give you a visualization. If you have ever been to one of those paint and wine type of activities, they have them in New York. Everybody's painting the same illustration, but it looks different. Each person's canvas, each person's unique take on whatever the still life is going to be very different, right? Bring your chest 45 degrees over your torso and just move the arms. That's the same thing with the asana practice. And yet we know it, right? We know it in the sense of, I don't have to look like anybody else. I don't have to be like anybody else. But there's something within us that when our eyes look, we start that comparison. And this practice is designed for us to paint our canvas, to paint your asana any which way. If you feel like putting red instead of purple, do it. So take that one more time, bend the elbows. Exhale, soaring warrior, feel that line of energy connecting you. And then color your practice the way that you need to. Step back to down dog. And then check in with your canvas here. Your canvas is your body. Do you need another flow? Do you need to take a child's pose and rest? Or maybe just hold your down dog? And there's nothing to achieve. And the more layers that we keep peeling, the more awakened we become to our true nature, and that our recipe for balance is unique. Take a smooth breath whenever you arrive in down dog. And on your exhalation, take a slow stroll forward. Standing forward fold, Konasana. We're going to take peace sign fingers, yogic toe lock here. And then pause. If I encourage you actually to bend your knees generously so your belly is literally, I know I'm wearing black on black today. Usually I don't wear black on black so you can see. But literally place your belly on top of your thighs. And then stay here. Keep that bend in your knees slightly and then fold it forward a little bit. So the chest and the thighs have this marriage in a forward fold. The more space you have, the less length you create for the low back. And I'll say that again. The marriage needs to happen, the union, the chest and the thighs stay connected so that the lower back, lower lumbar can extend a little bit more. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Let your head be the last part to roll up. And take a moment here as you let your palms face forward as you stand in the integrity of this shape. And walk the inner arches together. We're going to reach the seat back here. 𝗔𝗿𝘁𝘀𝘁𝘀. You can keep the biceps long by the ears. If that doesn't feel good for you, which it never does for my spine, you can bring them shoulder height. Let's bring the hands to the heart. We're going to take a little twist today. Lift, and then bring your left elbow on top of your left thigh. Keep pressing your right hand on top of your left. And then peek down at your knees. Make sure they're aligned. Second option is to take that left elbow to the top of the right thigh. Again, thumbs in the middle of the heart. Lift the heart. Send your seat back. Third option is to slide that left elbow to the outside. Twists and binds. If you follow me on social media, I posted a very science-based yoga post on the reason why we twist and bind. See if you can create more spaciousness in your body. Twists and binds help to purify and detoxify the organs. And then notice if you're over-efforting. Do you need to come back to one of those other options? Can you find the Ahamkara here? Take one more smooth breath. And on your exhalation, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Take your time here. Nod your head yes. Keep that slight bend in the knees, belly on top of the thighs. And then reach your seat back. Find your chair pose, which translates to fierce. And the fierceness isn't how fierce this pose is. It's the fierceness that you can stay within the integrity of where you are. 𝗔𝗿𝘁𝘁𝘀𝘁, chair pose. Then we bring the hands to the heart. A little lift and twist again here. Lift. And maybe that right elbow goes on top of the right thigh. Thumbs in the middle of the heart. Roll that left shoulder on top. Peek down at the knees. Keep drawing that right hip back. Second option, right elbow on top of that left thigh. Press the thighs. Press the palms. Peek down at the knees, make sure they align. Third option, slide that right elbow outside of the left thigh. Stack your left shoulder and grow the spine long. Might be shaking with an excitement here. Can you stay within the integrity? Can you find the length here in the spine? One more smooth breath. Exhale, fold it forward. Belly on top of thighs, nod your head yes. And then slowly, keep a little bend in the knees, walk the hands up the front of your thighs. No rush. Palms face forward, heart open. And we'll step the left leg back. Find your warrior two. And then this tends to happen a lot, right? So the dipping of the hips. Really make sure that the pelvis is leveled here. And then feel a little lift of your pelvic floor. It's almost as if you're doing a Kegel. So you're lifting up, hands go right in front of the shoulders, slice the arms out. And then pause here. Can you feel a little lift of your pelvic floor? Legs are strong. We'll take this right arm straight up, right arm long by the ear, reach that right arm up and over. Peaceful warrior. You can do this with a straight or bent leg. Exhale, extended side angle, right hand to the top of the thigh, left arm nice and long. Find the fluidity of the breath here. Inhale, peaceful warrior, Shanti Virabhadrasana. Exhale into extended side angle. You might close the eyes. If it's your first time closing your eyes doing this, you might fall over. Can you be okay with that? Without needing to be perfect for whatever that looks like for you. Again, we're peeling these layers so that we can come back to ourselves, which is whole. The next time you come to extended side angle, I want you to pause here, peek up at the screen for a moment, and then notice if this is happening. So I'm going to show you that again. This is where you want to be. This is where we sometimes are, right? So that pelvis is out of alignment. Can you slide the pelvis, slide the arm? You might even extend that right arm in front of you. You can place it on a block if you'd like. You might take that left arm up, flip the palm, send it way behind and take the bind if that's part of your practice. You can also do this with a strap. And then lengthen. Feel that line of energy from crown to base. We'll pause here for a moment and then slowly start to lengthen that front leg. If you're in the bind, you can keep the bind or you can release that right hand down. Heel toe your back foot about 6 inches. And then bring that left elbow in line with your left shoulder. Peek up and lean back. And then from here, you might extend the arms. Three different places for you to look, right? You can either look up, you can look side, or you can look down at your right big toes. So if you feel any tension in the neck, always know that you don't have to always look up. Folks, today we're going to go into balance. So bring that left hand to your hip. Take your block, place it 6 inches in front of your right big toe. Now, step by step, left heel is going to come directly underneath that hip. Start to shift the weight. When you feel ready, take that left leg up, keep opening up the heart. Left foot like it's stepping on a wall. You might extend the arm. You might try for the bind today, 𝗔𝗿𝘁𝗀. Top hand reaches back, single or double bind. And then can you come back to lengthen that front leg? Step back to warrior 2, and then feel that support underneath you. Pause. Lengthen your front leg. Pause here for a moment. We'll bring the hands to the heart center. So the right toes are still facing forward, left toes facing side. Skandasana. Open up that inner thigh. And then come back. Take that 2 more times. You can even move the arms with it. Left heel stays down. 1 more time. Inhale to Skandasana. Notice the rigidity, notice the fluidity. Where's your body today? And then come to lengthen the legs. Right toes turn in. Reach the arms straight up. Inhale. Exhale, tongue out of the mouth as you fold it forward. Pause here. If your hands don't quite reach the earth and you'd like to bring the hands directly underneath your shoulders, you can absolutely do that. You can also slide your hands through your legs, maintain the toes slightly turned in, the heels are slightly out. And of course, if you would like to invert into headstand, and if it's part of your practice, 3 to 5 full breaths. I don't demo headstand anymore because of cervical issues, but if that is part of your practice, absolutely feel free to invert. I usually have an apparatus, which is actually right here. I'm tapping it. And I show that quite often when I'm teaching. So if you're interested in learning about how to invert using an apparatus, you can talk to me after class about that. We don't always have to beat ourselves into our practice, right? We can love ourselves, and there's so many tools now that can help us. Take your time and very slowly see if you can shift your weight slightly forward. You might feel like you're going to fall over, but you're not. And then bring your hands to your hips and then slowly rise. You should feel a little bit of traction happening on your lumbar. Draw the elbows back and then lift the heart as you send your pelvis down. Stick your tongue out of your mouth. And then, folks, we're going to turn the toes out, the heels in, and we'll come straight down here. So again, just dispelling. In order to make room for something that's new, we've got to create and release. We'll take Ahamkara Mudra. Looks like this. Looks like little rock star or bull horns here. So the thumb, the middle, and the ring finger touch. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, tongue comes straight out of the mouth. Go straight down. 2 more times like this. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. 1 more like that. Exhale. Now, folks, you're going to take this into Skandasana, so that right leg is going to flex 1 more time. Put a little bend on that left knee, and then walk yourself to right low lunge. Pause here. Step your right leg to meet your left leg in plank, and then roll to the outer edge of the left toes. Vashisthasana, a few options. You can take a modified version, left knee underneath the left hip. You can stack the feet. You can try for a balance, elbow to knee, or you can extend. And then your choice of the transition here. Coming through plank, you can rest in child's pose. You can stay in down dog. Infinite possibilities. And then whichever posture you're in right now, I just want you to stay there for another 3 to 5 breaths. You might offer up this very simple mantra or affirmation. My body has infinite wisdom, and I'm listening. My body has infinite wisdom, and I'm listening. My body has infinite wisdom, and I'm listening. And as you listen to the wisdom that your body is giving you, to the feedback that is nourishing you, if you feel inclined, you can take a walk forward. You can come to standing forward fold. And if it feels right for you, you'll roll up 1 vertebrae at a time and come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Just take a moment as you stand in your integrity here. Before you step your right leg back. And same thing here. Notice if this right hip is up. See if you can level the pelvis. It does feel vastly different. Feel that little kegel or lift of your pelvic floor. Arms to your shoulders. Extend the arms. And then draw that left arm straight up by the ear. Right? So you want to keep that left bicep long. From there, take that bend. Peaceful warrior. Exhale into extended side angle. Left hand to the top of the left thigh, right arm long. Move like this a few times on your own. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. And sometimes the breath can make one person take 5 rounds and someone else 1 round. We all breathe at different lengths. And we're truly practicing from a place of authenticity. We're allowing ourselves a full, complete inhalation and a full, complete exhalation. When we practice extending the breath, you add life to your years and years to your life. The next time you come to extended side angle, pause here. If it feels good, you might take that right arm, you might slide it all the way back and take a half bind. You can even just hold by sliding a block to the inside, side angle A. Or if you're taking the bind, you can wrap that left arm underneath the left thigh. Catch the fingers or hold on to the right wrist here. Keep working the shoulder back. Not to a point where you want to come out of the pose, but to a point where it feels nourishing. And you can breathe fully. You might keep the bind if you're in it and move to extend that front leg. It's called bound triangle. And then we release the bind, left hand to the inside on a block, right hand to your shoulder, and let's heel toe the right foot about 6 inches. And then peek up at the elbow. Might stack it. Keep working the top shoulder back, the bottom shoulder forward. And again, if your neck tends to tighten up in this posture, you can shift the drishti, the gaze up, side, or down. We'll take this into a balance here. So steady, eyes soft on one point, right hand to the hip. You'll take your block, place it 6 inches in front of the left big toe. Now step by step here, right foot underneath the right hip, fingertips to the block. Lift that right leg up. And then feel that subtle lift of the pelvic floor as you extend the top arm. If you're working on the balance, top hand to the top leg, little lift, little root. Then where can you soften? Release the bind. Find your warrior 2. And then bring the hands to the heart. Start to lengthen your front leg. A little bend on that back knee, Skandasana. Come back, lengthen the toes. Do that 2 more times. Might release the arms with it. Move to straighten the legs and work the left toes in, right toes in. Reach the arms straight up overhead, and on your exhalation, tongue comes out of the mouth. Pasarita Padottanasana, fan pose. This time, you might stay here. You might place your hands to blocks, or thread the arms through the legs one more time. Or can you keep a little bend in the knees? My body has infinite wisdom, and I'm listening. Remember, in this practice, you don't have to take anything that's offered to you. That, my friends, took me a decade to really embody. So always listening to the feedback that's arising inside of you. Slowly bring your hands to your hips. Keep a little micro bend on the knees. And lengthen through a flat back here as you rise. Work the elbows back, lift the heart. And stick the tongue out of the mouth again. Float your head on top of your shoulders. Pause here. And we'll turn the toes out, the heels in. We'll take Karuna Mudra one more time with Kaliasana. This dispels any darkness. Inhale, reach the arms up. Might lift the heels this time. Exhale, straight down. 2 more times like that. Inhale, little lift of the pelvic floor. Exhale. Again, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale. Take this into Skandasana one more time. Inhale. Bend that back knee, lengthen the front. Walk yourself to left low lunge. Step your left leg to meet your right and roll to the outer edge of the right toes. Vashisthasana, side plank here. Modified version, right knee underneath your right hip. You can stack your feet. You can take a balance, hand to knee, or peace sign fingers, yogic toe lock. And then take your choice of the transition or skip it. What feels right for you in this moment? We'll all meet eventually in child's pose. So bringing the knees down, big toes touch belly in between the thighs. Let your head be heavy. And walk your hands over to the right side. Feel my hands lengthening the left side of your low back as your arms move diagonally right. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. And on your exhalation, walk your hands over to the opposite side, opposite direction. Stay intimate. 80% of our perception comes through our eyes. Also makes us feel anxious because we feel as if we're missing out. So see if you can stay tantric today. Stay within yourself. And slowly walk your hands back to center. We'll take an active inversion today. We'll take dolphin pose. Walk your hands back to center. Take your time. Elbows underneath, your shoulders lift, your hips up. And staying for 3 rounds of breath here. Feel and see in your mind's eye the Kriya. Sa, the sound of pure light, pure intelligence, pure radiance moving from the top of your crown, down your spine and into your sacrum. Hum, feel and see in your mind's eye that light, charging and transforming every cell of your body. Slowly draw your knees down to the earth, no rush. Come to Virasana, hero's pose. Heels outside of your hips. You can sit on a block, on the lowest height or the second highest. I'll let you decide. And we'll take Ahamkara Mudra, mudra of the heart. Right hand, index finger and thumb as if you're holding something. Left hand, index finger and thumb to touch, resting on your left knee. Right hand to the heart center. Let the eyes close. And feel that downward energy move up, the upward energy move down. And if there's anything that you are releasing, conscious or not, feel it in the center of your heart. And place a bubble or visualize a bubble here, placing what you want to release, consciously or not. On your inhalation, feel that bubble move from your heart, sat, up through the top of your crown. On your exhalation, feel it release. Yam. Sat. Feeling whatever needs to arise in the heart. Exhale through the top of the crown. Yam. The emotions reside in the heart. Sat. And in order to bring balance to our subtle body, yam, we can take this kriya to release what no longer serves. Sat. Yam. Sat. Yam. Sat. Yam. Lower your right hand to the top of your right knee. Press your tongue to the roof of your mouth and slide it behind the upper teeth. Lightly rub your thumbs over each fingertip. Draw your chin towards your chest and half blink the eyes open. And we'll set up for goddess pose. So we'll take a block on the second highest height. You'll take your bolster or 2 bed pillows if you'd like. I like to use additional props. If you don't have additional props, you can always use anything that might be handy, some additional pillows or whatnot. So you'll take blocks if you'd like. Make sure you have a blanket handy. A few ways to get into this. If you have books, a bookshelf back there, you can place blocks underneath your knees. You can cover yourself with a blanket. That's one option depending on your prop status. Or you can take a blanket, roll it like a long log, wrap it around your ankle bones, tucking in the edges so your hips don't open up. If you have an additional blanket, you can cover yourself with it. And I'll demo what I usually do. Again, this is completely up to you and depending on your setup. I like to place blocks to help my knees to be supported. And a light blanket over my body, letting the palms face up. And if you have an eye pillow or any essential oils, now would be a great time to put something that's weighted over the eyes and to gently bring any nourishing scent into your nervous system. We've now access the samadhi portion of class. Whatever feels right for you. Come back to that mantra. My body has infinite wisdom, and I'm listening to the feedback I receive. That in itself is a practice of surrendering. My body has infinite wisdom, and I'm listening to the feedback I receive. Asatoma sadgamayam. Tamasoma jyotirgamayam. Mrityurmamritam gamayam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Just feeling peace with yourself. Peace with your practice and the feedback you've received. And peace with the forces governing all life. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. And lightly rub your thumbs over each fingertip. Just bringing consciousness back with small movements. Use your hands to draw your knees together. And roll over to the right side, fetal position. Take your time as you press your top hand down to assist you to a comfortable seat. Press your palms together. And we lower the head to surrender what we think we know. The body has infinite wisdom. And when we look inside of our heart, we can listen to the feedback that we need. And this gesture, this merging of duality, what we see and what we don't see, what's right side, what's left side, what's up, down, in, out, lunar and solar energy. It's found right here in this gesture. And the union of duality is found in the sound Om. So I invite you to close your practice today with one Om. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale. Surrender to the light, the love, the empathy, compassion, and wisdom that is already inside of you. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste. Let's make a fist with the right hand, cover it with the left, press it below the navel, little regrounding, lean forward and feel that subtle lift of your pelvic floor, rooting you as you rise back up.